No television show in American history has ever had the cultural impact of Soul Train. Then, in 2006, it vanished without a goodbye. The details surrounding its final days remain shrouded in secrecy, except for one recorded episode that never aired. What really happened behind the scenes that day? To understand, we need to go back to the beginning. Don Cornelius was born in 1936 on Chicago's South Side, growing up in an America divided by racial segregation. Before television, he held a series of working-class jobs, traffic officer, salesman, and more, learning discipline and resilience along the way. In 1966, a short broadcasting course led to a reporter job at WCIU-TV, a local Chicago station, where he eventually conceived Soul Train, a music program dedicated to black culture and artistry. The show premiered on August 17, 1970, with local performers and dancers. Just over a year later, it went national, backed by sponsors like Sears and Johnson Products. Soul Train's combination of energetic music, bold fashion, and iconic dance moves quickly made it a television phenomenon. Legends like James Brown, Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, LL Cool J, and Mary J. Blige performed on its stage. Beyond music, the show launched dancers' careers, including Rosie Perez, Jody Watley, and Jeffrey Daniel, who taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk. Perhaps most famous was the Soul Train line, where dancers showcased signature moves while walking down a central aisle. It wasn't just entertainment, it was a ritual, a space for self-expression, personal identity, and cultural pride. Cornelius was more than a host, he was executive producer, editor, and creative force, giving the show a vision of authenticity and representation that television rarely offered. Over 3 decades, Soul Train aired over 100 episodes, earning peak ratings between 4.5 and 5.0, dominating the cultural landscape and influencing fashion, music, and advertising. But even cultural icons face shadows. Behind the scenes, Cornelius ran a strict operation. Dancers often went unpaid, appearing for the opportunity rather than financial reward. Rosie Perez recalled being asked to change performances to maintain the show's aesthetic. Cornelius was also conservative regarding content. As hip-hop rose in the late 1980s, he resisted featuring artists whose lyrics or imagery he felt reflected negativity, even as shows like Yo! MTV Raps and Rap City drew younger audiences away. By the early 2000s, Soul Train's ratings had slipped, longtime staff departed, and production costs rose. Don Cornelius stepped down as host in 1993, replaced by Maestro Clark, Shamar Moore, and Dorian Gregory, none of whom carried the same calm authority. Attempts to modernize the show were patchy, and the program entered a period of stagnation. Then came 2006. A taping in Los Angeles, featuring a rising hip-hop artist, descended into chaos. The guest list was disorganized, technical staff had been reshuffled, and the performance included provocative choreography and visuals that clashed with the show's traditional style. Cornelius reportedly called for the editing process to halt and convened emergency meetings with distributors. Shortly after, Tribune Entertainment withdrew support, leaving Soul Train without a network. Over 40% of local affiliates ceased broadcasting, and the show quietly ended. The unaired episode became a symbol of the program's mysterious conclusion. Following the end, Cornelius retreated from public life, rarely speaking publicly. By 2012, he tragically died by suicide, leaving behind unanswered questions about his life and the show he had built. Yet Soul Train's legacy endures. Archives and VHS recordings resurfaced online, documentaries and museum exhibits celebrated its influence, and young generations revived its fashion, dances, and culture. BET even produced a biopic, American Soul, highlighting Cornelius's life and struggles. Though the final episode remains unseen, Soul Train continues to define an era. It was more than a TV show, it was a cultural declaration, a space where Black Americans saw themselves represented with pride, style, and authenticity. Its abrupt end in 2006 may have been silent, but the show's influence resonates louder than ever, proving that sometimes what never aired leaves the deepest mark.